Nicole Watterson, a loving mother, a caring wife, and an entity worse than your sleep paralysis demon fused with him. I've spent days in the lab researching her, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Nicole Files. Chapter 1. Folding a T-Rex. So Gumball is at school getting bullied by Tina the T-Rex. And this ain't some shoving him into the locker type bullying. Oh no. Tina was literally robbing him in the middle of the hallway and nobody did anything because everyone was scared of her. And when I say everyone, even the adults in the building were afraid at the mention of her name. Tina was bullying him so bad that Gumball thought she was being his friend. She is literally slamming his face into his lunch tray, and Gumball is at home talking about he had the best day ever. Boy.
Come on now, dawg.
So his sister calls Tina and says, "Hey Tina, you've been picking on my brother, and I think it's time y'all talked about this face to face."
Oh yeah? Tell him run it then.
Run it?
Yeah, that fade, after school.
After school?
Yeah, your house about to be short a bunny.
Wait, that's
Not what I, nah. I needs that.
So now Tina wants to fade Gumball more than what she's already done. And the next day after school, everybody is waiting on Tina to fight Gumball until Miss Simeon shows up, and right when Gumball thought he had a friend, this goddamn witch tells Gumball that she's on break. Good luck. She left Gumball out there for dead. So Tina shows up and chases Gumball through the school, which leads to Gumball getting a black eye. And when Gumball gets home, he tries to hide it with some shades, but Nicole pulls the shades off and sees the black eye. And it immediately cuts to them in the car driving to Tina's house. No words, just a look on her face that says she's about to fade a T-Rex. But listen, when she gets to their house, Tina runs up on them, but Nicole looks at her and makes her sit like a dog. The same Tina that had every teacher in their school scared to break up a fight sat like a puppy when Nicole said sit down. Now when she gets to the door, Mr. Rex is looking at her, and you can tell by the smile on his face that he is at least 3 times bigger than Tina. But Nicole don't care about none of that. She walks into that man's house, closes the door, and proceeds to make Mr. Rex touch every inch of wall in their house. But by the time Nicole was done, they didn't even have a house. Chapter 2. Nicole and the Squatters. So Nicole left Richard in charge of the house and the kids, which honestly is one of the dumbest decisions she has ever made because it's goddamn Richard. So while Richard is in charge, he basically lets them do whatever they want, which attracts people to their house that also don't want to live by the rules at their own house. So eventually, Gumball and the kids tell Richard that they need to put all those people out of the house because it has turned into a never-ending block party. But what they didn't account for is Richard ain't got no backbone. He is literally too nice and the definition of a doormat. Him even trying to say no causes him to have a seizure. So Gumball tries to put them out, and in the middle of his speech, they get thrown out of their own house while also getting their credit card taken so they can order 2,000 pizzas. But guess what? Even after all this, Richard still can't nut up and put them people out of his house. So as they're thinking of how to get them people out of their house, Nicole pulls up and doesn't say a word to anybody. And if you remember from the last chapter, you already know what type of time she on. She looked at them with disgust because how y'all let them throw y'all out of your house? And as soon as she walks in, she snaps her fingers and sends a shockwave through the neighborhood that makes everybody shut up. I can't even lie, I was watching this and I was scared to say something myself. So Nicole says,
"You are going to clean this place until it looks better than when you arrived. Then you will leave and never come back."
So after hearing this demon say that, a normal person would have started cleaning. Because I'm not about to play with her after she just made the world stop with the snap of her fingers. But this man walks up to her and says, "Or what?"
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
So Nicole grabs him and makes him stare into her eyes that have the depths of hell residing in him, and that man starts crying. picks up a broom and starts sweeping that floor like Nicole told him to. Chapter 3, The Fury. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I saw Nicole get played weak multiple times. Like, this universal level threat was getting played weak by her arch nemesis, Yuki. And she was out there getting disrespected. Yuki was treating her car like a Street Fighter level, came to the grocery store and rizzed up her husband in front of her and the kids. Y'all, this woman was ready to bust it open in the middle of the produce section.
You're a freaking frog!
Came to her job and terrorized her to the point that she made her work out of a file cabinet. And finally, came to her house and burnt the word coward in her front yard. And the reason for all of this is because she wanted to run the fade with Nicole. You see, it turns out that they were friends at a young age and studied karate together. They were so strong that they entered the Kumite. Only real ones remember that video. But eventually, they ended up fighting each other in the final round. So when they finally fought, Yuki was obviously stronger than Nicole. But Nicole had so much of that dog in her that she beat Yuki and caused her to leave the country and train for years for a rematch. So Yuki threatened to get Nicole fired and take her house if she didn't fight her. Which I gotta say, you going that far just to run a fade is some generational yearning. But when they get to the school gym, yeah, they fought in the school gym of all places. They start boxing, and y'all, this was a better anime than whatever the heck season 3 of One Punch Man was supposed to be.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Now, after all this training that Yuki did, in the forest folding grizzly bears like she was mystical, Nicole was still going heads up with her. And Yuki was down there like, "You have done well, Nicole-san. But I have been training my whole life for this moment. Let me show you what I've learned." Impossible. How? I have gone through the most grueling training possible. I have raised 3 kids and a husband. Now hold this. Kamehameha! Anime fight of the year. The final chapter. The limit. Now, I saved this chapter for last because this is what I like to call the crash out. So we're in the grocery store and the kids are getting on Nicole's last nerve, while Richard is, as always, being of no help. But to be honest, with the kids whining over candy and Richard being a dummy, I'd probably be ready to crash out too. So she makes the kids wait in the car, but instead of fearing their mother, they sneak back in the store and make an announcement. Attention shoppers, we are giving away free groceries to anyone who is able to hug the blue woman on aisle 10. And as I'm watching these people basically jump their mother to hug her, I start asking myself, is getting some candy really worth upsetting this demon? So she puts the kids and Richard back in the car, but once again, they defy Nicole and go back into the grocery store. So when they get back into the grocery store, they start hyping Richard up to step to Nicole. You know, the same person that was too nice to break down his own door and tell them people to get out of his house. So Richard walks up like, "Hey woman, you're gonna listen to me, and you're gonna listen good. I'm calling the shots now." And all Nicole does is glare at him. And her look was enough to forcefully push all the cans around Richard off the shelf and put them back in the car. Now, if they were smart, which they're not, they would have stayed in the car and not tried for a third time to defy Nicole. But remember, they are not smart. So they go back into the store, and as they are celebrating their next idea, Nicole pops up before they do anything and tells them to get back in the car. But what happens next is where I have to say, Gumball and them got some balls. So Nicole gets a massage in the grocery store, which is basically the equivalent of buying a pizza out of an AutoZone, and the lady messes up her back. So as she's laying on the massage board, unable to move, Gumball and them take some makeup and paint their mother's face.
Oh my God.
Now at this point, after going back to the car for the 5th time, You think they will stop, but you are severely underestimating how stupid Richard is, because his next plan is to make them shoplift so they can get some candy. This grown man took his kids back into the store, and instead of just buying them candy with his own money, he started teaching them how to take candy off the shelves, eat it, then put it back. He raising ice cream lickers. So when the cops bring them to the back, Nicole is back there like, so let me get this straight. I told y'all to sit in the car, and y'all come in here and start shoplifting. So I'm sweet, huh?
No.
Maybe.
Wait.
Y'all need to run now. So Nicole done gone feral, but she's not after the kids. She's after Richard, which, to be honest, yeah, go after Richard. But then the security guard pops up trying to stop her, and after he tases Nicole, y'all, she grabs him by the shirt and rips the soul out that man's body by staring into his eyes. Bruh, look at him. So in the middle of Nicole hunting Richard, they trap her in a trap of plastic wrap, and y'all, Nicole uses heat vision to melt through the trap. All y'all had to do was stay in the dang car. But thankfully for Richard, Nicole sees her reflection and snaps out of it in time to not kill him, which I gotta say, Richard has amazing plot armor. But anyway, subscribe if you're new. If you want to see another crash out, check out one of these videos next. And until next time, stay swiggy, baby.